Rare earth metals are important in today's society because it is used in all of our electronic and technological gadgets. Rare earth metals are used in our cell phones, laptops, TVs, and hybrid cars. They're also used by the US military in satellites, missile systems, wind turbines, and nuclear reactors. There are 17 rare earth elements. Because these metals have similar properties, they tend to be situated in the same area. Rare earth metals are really not that rare, although the largest supplier of rare earths is China. There are also rare earth deposits in the US, Canada, Brazil, Malaysia, Australia, and Japan. As a matter of fact, it's easy to find rare earth metals. It's just difficult to mine and process them. With low labor costs, China controls over 95% of the rare earth metals market. It has the ability to limit the amount of rare earth metals it chooses to export. This can be a strategic choice economically and militarily, but it also just reflects China's own growing need for products containing rare earth metals. As China's people grow richer, they want more things like cell phones, TVs, laptops, etc. The extraction process is more difficult because rare earth metals don't clump together like copper, gold, and silver. Instead, rare earth metals bond freely with each other in minerals and clays. To extract rare earths, the metals have to be dissolved in acid baths hundreds of times, filtered, and then dissolved again and again. On top of this, rare earths extraction is not environmentally friendly. The chemical byproducts are toxic and radioactive. For example, the main US mine, Mountain Pass Mine in California, was not careful in transporting these toxic byproducts. The mine operated from the mid 1960s until the mid 1990s and then closed in the 2002. After it was closed in 2002, federal authorities discovered that the pipes carrying radioactive wastewater ruptured at least 60 times over the years, dumping about 600,000 gallons of hazardous waste on the desert floor. Because of these environmental drawbacks, the US let China take the lead even though the US first mined rare earths in the 1960s when color TVs were first being produced. But because China's labor costs are far lower than US costs, China was able to drive down costs and drive the US out of the rare earths industry. Once China entered the market in the 1990s, the US Mountain Pass mine just could not compete and had to close down. China ended up controlling over 95% of the world market. Then, in 2010, China secretly banned export of rare earths to Japan over a political dispute. The rest of the world freaked out because everyone realized that China could control prices, who had access to rare earths, and could use this access as punishment. As a result, the US is working to reopen the Mountain Pass by 2020 after agreeing to clean up toxic spills from ruptured pipelines and paying a large fine for polluting the desert floor. Japan has now located massive rare earths deposits off one of its islands, Marcus Island, and the Japanese are hoping to use a new process called centrifugal force to separate the rare earth metals from the seabed mud. Thank you.